Is it Charles, man?
Hold on, I'm getting the.
You get the commercials.
I'm getting the commercials, my friend.
Just have it ready.
This is Do you know what I'm gonna? Okay, cool. I'll speak to you about this after anyway.
Go on.
Yeah. So, first one, Paramore are freshly independent and vowed to stick around for a long time. So that's the title.
Right.
Paramore have declared themselves an independent band after splitting from Atlantic Records. Hayley Williams and co have confirmed they're running their own career and vowed to be around for as long as possible, whilst also revealing that they are ambassadors for Record Store Day 2024. In a lengthy Instagram statement, Paramore said, "After a long career in the music industry, we have decided to announce that we are going to continue to have a long career in the music industry." Sorry for any inconvenience. Our first order of business as a freshly independent Paramore is to shine a light on independent record stores. A vital part of our journey from music-obsessed school friends to professional music makers. With that being said, we are humbled to be your ambassadors for Record Store Day 2024. The timing felt kismet.
Interesting.
Is that like a special phrase?
I don't know what that means, but I think we done a video on this earlier because there was so much surrounding Paramore and that potentially that they were breaking up because Instagram, there was some things that happened on Instagram. I think they took down all their stuff and some cryptic messages on social media. So I think people were very worried if they were actually gonna still exist or if they were breaking up. So to hear this news actually makes everything make sense. They were probably just going through like
gearing up for this.
Yeah, gearing up to leave the label and whatnot. How do you guys feel about them going independent at this stage, this late stage in their career? Does it affect them at all?
Does it affect them?
They're too big for it to affect them now.
Yeah, you know what?
Financially,
I reckon this is probably the best time for them because,
right? Okay.
Like now they're at a status where like their followers are just gonna follow. Like they're gonna follow whatever their followers just want good music. You know what I'm saying? They want. They don't care if it was. The label was called Scarface United Kingdom or whatever, or I've been. Industries, it doesn't matter. They just want good music, so they have the power to do that. They have followers to the nine. So it's like, now they could never have done this like probably
at the beginning.
But I'm sure they could have done it after their like few hits. They could have done it sooner.
But I think the real question is sometimes with these sort of debates is what does a label actually bring to the table, you know? And I think people forget that the machine literally puts them on the buses. It puts them on the buses, it puts them on the billboards, it puts them in certain places where their money necessarily, it could get them, but they have to back everything up with their own money.
With their own money.
You get what I'm saying? So it's different. So it's not like, because I used to think to myself, why would Drake, we're talking about Drake here, why would Drake sign another deal? Why would he sign another? It's Drake. He's got all the money in the world. He could fund his own projects, but the number one rule of business is never use your own money. So with artists that bank on themselves in that way, it's a massive risk financially if you're gonna, because the money that the labels put in on you, you know, if you don't recoup it, you're cool because you've got your payout already. So it's kind of it's cool. I think the exposure is gonna decrease a bit because they're not backed by the label, but ultimately I think they will be able to make more decisions on their own. So the content, the music, and where they decide to go and play shows is going to be more reliant on what they want.
I think a big thing that has changed everything is like social media. Like they don't necessarily need to be on the buses anymore,
right?
And people who are fans of them are already going to be following them anyway. You have, I guess, you have those fringe fans who know of them, that would go to a show, but they probably aren't aware of the shows. But again, like I said, with social media, even now with like Spotify and Apple Music, when you're listening to, I've been noticing when you're listening to these artists, and I'm sure they've had this feature for a long time now. Yeah. But it shows up on Spotify. It will tell you, oh, this person has a show. Yeah. And it will tell you where the shows are. Just from listening to the music, you will see it on the thing. Oh, okay, they've got a show. Yeah. So now their exposure is going to be still quite crazy. And like you said, obviously back in the day they wouldn't have been able to do that because the lack of social media, the lack of all of these other avenues of being out there. now they don't necessarily need to go and do a show on Jimmy Kimmel or a song. They don't need to do all of that because they're not trying to get any new fans per se. So
they'll be alright.
They'll be fine.